Warning, there will be spoilers for the Bad Batch Season 2 in this video. If you haven't seen all the episodes released so far, proceed with caution. I've made so many Bad Batch videos lately. I know it. I can't help it. The third episode was so good. With Star Wars, there are a couple different thoughts in the fandom. The first is people getting upset with me and saying, Star Wars isn't that deep, Gerald. And the other is that Star Wars has so much deeper meaning that it would take a lifetime to decipher it all. Okay, maybe that last part's just me. If you didn't know, literature and novel writing was one of my majors in college, so I tend to look at things deeper than what they may be. Reading and studying Shakespeare and his rhetoric can do that to a person. I won't even get into how I feel about James Joyce. Oof. But anyways, back to Star Wars. I can't believe I actually deviated from it. But it's good to be back, even if it was only for a few seconds. But yeah, the Bad Batch. I want to talk about some of the hidden themes that we may have missed up to this point. That is, episodes 1 through 3, or at least the themes I see as potentially missed. But first, a word from our sponsor, me. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Now, back to Star Wars. Before I get into the themes, I want to address something that's going around. I've been getting a lot of comments that Admiral Rampart actually killed Commander Cody, and Cody didn't go, quote, AWOL, unquote, as he claimed. I'm not going to say yes or no on this prediction. I will say that I hope it isn't true. I know the thumbnail suggests differently, but, whatever. First, Commander Cody had a lot of expanded universe material prior to the Disney buyout of the Star Wars brand. Great stuff was written. Although all of that material has been retconned in the Bad Batch, I want to see Cody go on to something greater, or at least an on-screen ceremonious end. But to kill him off behind the scenes means that he won't get a reunion with Captain Rex. That would be a huge missed opportunity that could carry on so much emotional weight that it'll make Kanan Jarrus' death look small in comparison. Imagine Cody confessing his regret for carrying out Order 66, Rex listening but understanding that it was against Cody's will, welcoming him back as his brother. To kill Cody off screen is just a bad idea. On the flip side, subverting expectations is something Dave Filoni has become good at. Well, sort of. Okay, enough of that. I want to get into the meaty stuff. Star Wars is for kids. We hear that a lot, and I may have even said it a time or two. But I want to alter that statement a little bit. Star Wars is made to pull kids in with the magic, and it's made to keep adults into it with the deeper themes, and the magic. If the story isn't there, adults will hate it, no matter how flashy it is. But the Bad Batch has it all. The magic, the story, and the underlying themes that hit us hours after watching as adults. When Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith released in theaters, I thought to myself, this Republic and these clones we are cheering for are going to become the bad guys. The whole dynamic of the Separatists and the Republic is going to flip over. We're essentially cheering for the Empire. Sure, the Jedi were part of the Republic that we loved, but we knew they were going to end at any moment. At least these are thoughts prior to Order 66. Then we knew the Empire did not play around in the beginning. These guys could shoot, and they didn't care who was in the way, as in the clones in the Empire. All throughout the Clone Wars animated series, it was the same way. We're cheering for the bad guys. We're getting attached to clones and cheering for them when we know what they're going to do. And at the end of it, we won't be cheering for them anymore. We will be heartbroken that they did what they did. And when Order 66 happened, our hearts sank. But the Bad Batch has done something we only hoped for, a clone redemption, to show they aren't really bad guys, yet. As of the making of this video. They're still with the Empire, though. They're still committing atrocities. And this time, when we see the battle droids hold up in Episode 3, we start feeling for them. Mindless, thoughtless droids, carrying out orders because they're programmed to. But they aren't the enemy anymore. They're protecting a sovereign world, defending it, not attacking anyone, not starting a rebellion. They're there to protect those who just want to be left alone. They have become the good guys. Yet here we are, still cheering for Cody as he launches himself headfirst into battle. Commander Cody, the same guy who attempted to kill his friend and general Obi-Wan Kenobi just 6 months prior. And on Commander Cody's team is Crosshair, the clone who rejected his brothers because they didn't kill a young Jedi, a clone who chose the Empire over his brothers in Season 1. But here we are, cheering for him as he blasts the reflective pucks in a narrow staircase and hits targets with ricochet shots that would make billiards experts go back to working in a factory. The team assembled is also made up of clones who just months before murdered tens of thousands of guardians of peace and justice. And this team isn't on the planet to establish peace. It's there to kill the current sovereign governor and install an imperial leader. We're rooting for the bad guys again. It doesn't matter if they regret their previous actions. Cody even said before the mission that the clones were beginning to feel like they're on the wrong side. Yet, here they are, attempting to occupy a peaceful planet through force. I know that will make a lot of people mad, but it's true. But in the end, we still root for Cody, who now seems to be changing to one of the good guys. This is assuming he's still alive, but I don't blame any of us for cheering for him. We're holding on to hope that they will be redeemed soon. Another great theme of Star Wars, redemption. These clones deserve it, and we deserve to be vindicated for cheering for the bad guys for so long. We need to see them regret following Order 66, and Commander Cody is the key to that. Some will say Crosshair is the key, but he has shown no remorse for his actions, and some of those actions he admits were done without the influence of the inhibitor chip. We have yet to see if Crosshair is lying about that. What a lot of Star Wars fans consider some of the best Star Wars are the darker stories. The Empire Strikes Back, Revenge of the Sith, the Cassian Andor series. All dark themes and some even truly terrifying if we place them in our own real world. Now, The Bad Batch Season 2, Episode 3 can be added to that list. The first 2 episodes were light and fun. They caught us up to what Hunter, Omega, and the rest of the Clone Force 99 have been up to, and it seems not much has changed with them. But near the end of the episode is where things are starting to show change. The clones are no longer mindless robots post-Order 66. Captain Wilco shows a hint that not all clones are going to follow orders blindly, thus shifting the dynamic of the Empire from one of blind servitude to one of doubt in the rank and file. It's only a hint in the Wilco arc, but it's definitely there. In Episode 3, we're shown the cracks truly starting to form within the Imperial soldiers, where there would eventually need to be a replacement of these clones due to their rapid aging, and a destroyed cloning facility on top of that. But with the mindset of the bulk of the Imperial military soldiers now questioning their objectives, the Empire will have to move faster in getting conscripted soldiers into service, and this will lead to even darker themes. I mentioned before that we have been rooting for the wrong side all along, and we knew it. There's a reason for this. Not only is the perspective of one making us care for the clones, but it's also going to lead us to a darker path. A path that shows us the clones are actually good. Doesn't sound dark, but wait. There will be a price to pay for their morality. This is going to put us back on track, rooting for the true good guys, clones who really had no choice but to be the villains. Now we'll root for them as they rise up against the Empire or walk away from it. If they rise up, we'll see some of the darkest Star Wars to date. Okay, almost the darkest. The killing of younglings was pretty dark. But these clones will be our heroes again, and we'll finally be justified in cheering for them all along. Think about it. How many clones are in A New Hope? How many clones are in Rebels? Out of millions, we see 3. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, hit the like button and subscribe. It really does help me out. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, this is Gerald, a Star Wars fanatic, signing off, wishing you all great health, happiness, and peace. Be good to each other. Thank you all for watching, and remember, this is the way, and positivity in the Star Wars community is the only way.